Yeah. Big JTV, let's talk about it, man. Keke Palmer and her allegedly now it looks like ex-boyfriend Darius something. He went off, and this was the rage on Twitter, Black Twitter, everything like that. I won't make this video long. About him, saying that his wife shouldn't be booty shaking, dressed skimpy at the Usher concert, right? Right? How is it? And then he retaliated after when the internet collectively clowned him, right? And he retaliated saying, "Hey, why it's wrong for me to tell my wife or my girl." By the way, that's not really your wife. That's your girlfriend, and she's your baby mama. She's not your wife. Anyway, so this goofy decided, to just scold her in public and say, it's bad for me to scold my girl, and now I'm getting clowned. Yes, you're getting clowned, goofy. And I'm gonna put the tweets in this video. By the way, like the video. I'm gonna say it like this, man. This is the problem again with the red pill ideology. And if y'all watch my channel, you know I hate the red pill. I hate that mentality. I hate that way of thinking, because yes, it is misogynistic, but it's a victim mentality. The red pill is a victimhood mentality on men. It is because guess what's not a victim mentality? A victim mentality is an accountability mentality, a mentality of having control, a mentality of being able to be the author of your own destiny, meaning somebody who's empowered. You know what I mean? That's the opposite of a victim, right? If you're an empowered man, right, it's almost implied that you're a confident man. If you're a confident man, of course, you don't have to be cool with your girl or your wife or even your baby mother, parading herself in, skimpy outfits, in the public in front of Usher, really about to shuck him off. Yes, there's no problem with thinking that. There's no problem with even telling your girl that. There is a problem with telling the world that. There's a big problem with that, because now you're involving the entire world in your personal business. There's something called privacy. There's something called tact. There's something called class, right? We don't see that from the Adam 22 cucks of the world, But, as somebody who decided to impregnate Keke, what did you expect? If you're impregnating Keke, right, a woman who you've been allegedly on and off with for 2-3 years, what do you expect? What happened to waiting before you put a child in a woman, bro? What happened to that? What happened to trying to marry women before you give them babies? What happened to that? This goes overall to the degeneracy of the black community. I love my black people. I'm a black male myself. But no way in hell will I ever come inside a woman who's not my wife. No. I absolutely respect myself too much to do that. I love myself too much to do that. To waste my seed on a waist. No. Absolutely not. And I want us to have that same mentality too, not to waste our seed with one, women we barely know, two, women who are not our wives. Because it's a ranking, man. Like, look, if this woman, right, was acting a fool in public, which I'll be honest, it's not a good look, right? But, dressed skimpy like that, you should have told her from day one, hey, I'm your man. These are my expectations, right? And this is what I want. And if she violates that code, you leave her, right? That's what you do. You say, hey, if you want to be with me, you do X, Y, Z. These are conversations you have in private, in 101. You don't have these conversations on Twitter for the entire world to see, right? There's nothing wrong with having them standards, but for you to retroactively lay standards down once she's already disrespected you, right? That's waste. That's lame. It's not lame to have standards. It's not lame to be traditional. It's not lame to be conservative at all. Actually, it's quite honorable. It's just that the way he went about it was terrible, and thus makes him look weak, and thus makes him look terrible, and thus makes him look like a goofy. That's why this goofy decided to delete his Twitter, because he was getting piled on so much. Let me tell you something, man. If you really stood on business, if you're really about man about your ish, you would have just stood there and said, hey, I don't care what the world says. I'm going to stand in it. But you didn't, because you're weak. You didn't know this woman. You didn't lead that relationship. And as men, since we are empowered, we're not victims, we lead relationships. We lead our households. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Big JTV, I'm out.